Hey YouTube, just gonna make a quick off-the-cuff video on marking your magazines. I bought a new Glock recently. I have a 19 Gen 5, and I bought a Glock 48. I bought these in the last few weeks, and I have fresh, brand new magazines. And I'm gonna mark them, and I thought it'd be a good time to make a YouTube video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill in the engravings with white paint. I'm gonna number them, and then I'm gonna put my initials. So the reasons why I mark my magazines is because number one is for inventory purposes. I know that I have about 20 Glock 17 magazines, and the reasons why I know that is because I number them and I can easily remember that. Another reason is for identification purposes. If I go to the range, if I go to a competition, two things with that. I can tell that if I constantly have a magazine that's giving me double feeds, let's say this magazine gives me 5 double feeds when I'm shooting. I can tell, hey, number 10 magazine's giving me issues. And then when the day is done, when I'm done shooting, I go home, I can look it over. I can see, oh, it has a cracked feed lip, or hey, it has whatever. I can tell instantly that it was number 10 that was giving me issues. If I don't have that and I go willy-nilly, I'm at a training class, I'm shooting, these magazines get mixed up. All I know is that one of these magazines are jamming, and I don't know which magazines because I never have numbered them. So that's the reason. And the last one is just to tell what magazines are yours. If you go shooting amongst friends, at a class, competition, whatever, easily tell that these are your magazines. When you pick up a magazine, you can tell, hey, this is not mine. And you can tell that, yep, this is mine, because of the way you numbered them. So that's the reasons why I do them. If you're gonna do them, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna need an oil-based paint pen. Let's get the white one. So let's see. Focus. Maybe if I do over here. There it goes. You want an oil-based paint pen. This one's a Sharpie. I bought this 5-pack off Amazon for $8. It's not much, but you're gonna want an oil-based paint pen. You're gonna need acetone. You can get this, you're gonna want non-acetone nail polish remover. You can get these at Walmart for like $1, or anywhere you get nail polish remover, Target, whatever. And you're gonna need some paper towels, easy. So, I showed you the way I do it. I showed you, or I demonstrated, explained why I do it. So let me just walk you through how I do a new Glock magazine. So I'm gonna start off by coloring the engravings. So I have a white paint pen. This already has paint on it, but what you usually have to do is press the tip in with your thumb and then shake it up and down. So I should be good to go. So let's start. Just put a generous coat on the engravings. Try to avoid getting any paint inside the holes, but this is pretty simple. It's not much to it. You're just painting in the numbers, and then we get the bottoms down here as well. Fill it in with paint, and that looks pretty good. Make sure I don't miss any spots, and I'll touch it up at the 4. Make sure I didn't miss that. So when that's done, I'll get the cap, put this away. Get my paper towel, put some acetone on it. And now you're just rubbing away the paint. Looks like I'm gonna need a little bit more acetone because of paint smear, but that's okay. This is only gonna take a little bit. So I may have to rub it in a few times. Eventually all the paint goes away. Oh, that looks a lot better. Maybe I should have used more acetone the first go. It's not perfect, still has a little bit of excess paint, but it's looking a lot better. Let me do one more, and then it should be good. So I'll do one more. Let me do a little bit more just to make sure all the excess got off. So I'll do that. Make sure it look like this. Pretty much all the extra has gone off. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I got the engravings filled up. I like this because the numbers will pop out. The caliber will pop out. I have a bunch of calibers. I have 40 cal, I have 45, whatever. You can use this to identify what caliber it is. Because if you, let's say you want to use yellow for 40 cal, you can just look at the back of the magazine, instantly tell it pops out 40. Or if you do white for 9mm, pops out it's 9mm. So you can do that. You know, you can be creative and do stuff like that if you want. So I have the engravings filled. What I'll do, just like on that magazine, is I'm going to put my initials on the bottom, and then I'm going to put the number of this magazine. This one is my 6th Glock 19 magazine, and I'll just write my initials. So let's do that. I choose the color blue. You can do whatever. So number 6. That number 6 came out pretty bad. I'm probably going to redo it when the video is done, but it should be okay for demonstration purposes. And then I'll write my initials. Not the best I'm in. I'm working in front of a tripod, so that's it. Marking these magazines should only take me about 10 more minutes when I'm not working with a camera, but that's the reasons why I do it. Me personally, I used to write my entire, let's say my entire last name on the side of the magazines, and I thought that looked kind of tacky. You can do whatever you want. This is just an idea. I do something small. I do it on the back of my magazines, so everything else is nice and, I guess, nice and clear, I guess, on the sides and front. The reasons why I choose the back is because you don't usually touch the back. When you index your magazines, your fingers are always wrapped on the sides and on the front. If you write on the front, then it wears off. Typically with oil-based paint pens, these, you can handle this a lot and it's not going anywhere. So that's the reasons why I recommend them. You can also color fill color fill handguns. This is a Glock. There's color filling on the engravings of the slide. On the side, this is a 34. You can do it on things like that. You can do it on AR-15 lowers, anything that has engraving. If you want to color fill it, this is how you do it. This is just me marking my magazines, and I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. If you have any questions, just comment below. Take it easy.